We can start it.
Not leaving out people like Tambolenyoka, Clement Mchachi, who is lying at the National Hero Seka. He was my uncle. Even when I was restricted at Selukwe, I was restricted we were staying at the same place at the village of Tinira, who was the headman of the village. Now, all my activities now in Bulawayo, being the organizing sector of the National Democratic Party, I don't forget the father of Dr. Dumiso Tavengwa. Dumiso Tavengwa's father was a nationalist. He kept me as his own son. And at that time, I was out of employment. We were fired. And
Dumiso was fired also.
Dumiso was fired also. He was working in the bank. Now, we're continuing with our political activities. To get food, to get whatever services, daily services, it was his father. I'm worried, really, God must lead his life, the father to Dumiso Tavengwa. Now, it was unfortunate. When Dumiso came back from where he was, I only met him once at the People's Conference at Masvingo.
That was
2003, and I was happy. He bought me a portfolio to keep my records when we were at Masvingo. The time after that conference at Masvingo, it was hard. I couldn't have time to reunite with Tavengwa. All this time, when I get some other people who want to find out where we came from, I'll tell him about Dumiso's father. I will tell him about Dumiso being the chairman of youth in Popoma in 1960, when the formation of the National Democratic Party.
And you were the secretary.
And I was the organizing secretary of the bloc. After that, when the party was banned, I was employed as an organizing secretary of the Bulawayo Municipal Workers Union. Where Mchachi also was the first organizing secretary of the Bulawayo Municipal Workers Union, but later he was asked to come and lead in the national executive of the National Democratic Party as Director of Youth and Cultural Affairs. That's Tambolenyoka Mchachi. He's now lying at National Heroes Acre. Yeah.
Any other events also? How you ended up in Gona Kudzingwa?
Well, after there was this restriction. I was restricted to Gonarejo, Gona Kudzingwa, restriction area. Put in the camp. The restriction order was said to be 400 square miles within Gonarejo forest and Sengwe Tribal Trust Land, which is the tribal trust, which was tribal trust land during that time, next to Malvenia, which is the first town into Mozambique. So we stayed over that, stayed at Gona Kudzingwa, having the first people. Joshua Nkomo was the first, William Sarurwa, Senseless Marembo, Chinamano, Josiah Chinamano, Ruth Chinamano, and Findompof. So the first 6 were first
deported there.
were first taken to the camp. But later on, in August, there was, first to start in the early 60s, there was an act which was enacted by the Rhodesian government. This act, it was the Vagrants Act. And the Vagrants Act, those people were taken to Wawa under the Vagrants Act. But they realized that these people were politicians or nationalists. They were later, Wawa was later declared a prison, and they were moved from there in August 1964. They were moved from Wawa and flown by air to Gonabzingwa.
Back
To meet the six, which was Nkomo and the others there. Now, after some few, that was in August, then now the government decided to go into towns. It is when I was captured. It's when I was taken and arrested in September